D'accord. Donc, comment positionner les nombres dans un tableau de valeurs de position? So how to put numbers into the place value chart. Okay. Donc, voici deux tableaux des valeurs de position. Un, c'est en français. This one over on this side, over here, is in French. So this one is our French chart. Okay. This one over here is our English place value chart. All right. If you notice, the main difference between these two is that in the French system, la différence qui sont le plus grande, c'est que dans le système français, on utilise une virgule. Dans le symbole ici s'appelle une virgule. Okay, so they use a comma in French instead of a decimal. Okay. So in the English system, we use a decimal. In the French system, c'était une virgule, okay, a comma. That's the main difference between the numbers. All right. This is also why it's really, really, really important that when you're writing numbers, if you're separating like the thousands and the hundreds, if I wrote 5,432, I'm not going to put a comma here because once I put a comma here, it's now 5 and 432 thousandths. So that changes it entirely from 5,432 to 5 and 432 thousandths. That makes this a decimal place. Okay? And we don't want that to be a decimal place. So it's really important that when you're writing numbers, that you don't put those commas in. I see it a lot with work, mainly between the thousands. So someone's writing 632,154. We typically leave a bit of a space here, okay? The space, that's good. We like leaving the space, okay? It helps us read numbers easier. But don't put a comma in there. Once you put a comma in, it's like our French virgule. It becomes like a decimal place, okay? It completely changes the number. All right, so putting these into place value charts. Okay. Ce n'est pas trop difficile. It's really not, it looks a lot more difficult than it is, okay? Donc, la première chose, c'était de trouver le numéro à côté du virgule or right beside the decimal. So find the number that goes right beside in that ones place, okay? If you have a decimal in the number, like here's our decimal, here's our decimal, here's our decimal, it makes it really easy. So it's going to be the one on the left of that decimal. So that means that this number here, this 6, okay, and this 3 here, those are going to be in my ones column, okay? So those numbers is 3, and this one here in question B, it's going to be the 6. And in this question here that doesn't have a decimal place, it's going to be the number that is furthest to the right if there's no decimal, okay? So that 8. Those numbers are going to be my ones column numbers, okay? So I can start by writing that in. So if I'm writing question number A, okay, my 8 goes into my ones column. So I can start with that. Donc, je vais commencer mon 8 ici. C'est des 8 unités. Donc, je vais mettre le 8 ici dans la colonne de unités. Okay. Et puis, je vais regarder qu'est-ce que c'est le numéro à côté. C'était 7. Donc, c'était à côté gauche. Donc, je vais bouger à côté gauche. D'accord? Et je vais écrire un 7. Et puis, je vais bouger à côté gauche encore. Donc, je vais bouger à côté gauche encore. C'était numéro 5. Okay. Et encore, c'était un 3. Et encore, c'était un 1. Et voici, ça c'est la réponse. Okay. Ça c'est tout. Donc, ça va être 13 578.